In this video, we explore the rarest and most valuable francs, focusing on their fascinating history, unique designs, and skyrocketing values. Discover how these coins have become highly sought-after treasures, worth millions in today's numismatic market. The 1/2 franc coin from 1966 is one of France's most captivating numismatic treasures. Minted during the Fifth Republic, this small silver-colored coin bears a history deeper than its modest denomination suggests. Its rarity isn't immediately obvious, but the 1966 mintage holds a story of political transformation, design brilliance, and sheer scarcity that elevates its importance to collectors across the world. At the heart of this coin is the iconic image of La Semeuse, or the sower, a design by Oscar Rodi that symbolizes the spirit of France, strong, elegant, and forward-looking. The woman sowing seeds into the ground, with rays of the sun at her back, reflects the strength of the French Republic during a time of post-war growth and reconstruction. This image became so iconic that it was used across several coin denominations, but its presence on the 1/2 franc of 1966 gives the coin a uniquely poetic resonance. The obverse of the 1/2 franc features this allegorical figure, while the reverse carries the denomination and year encircled by a wreath of olive, oak, and wheat, symbols of peace, strength, and agriculture. These details were more than decorative, they conveyed national pride and the enduring values of the French state. The design remained unchanged for decades, but the 1966 edition is particularly rare due to mintage quirks and limited circulation. In 1966, France was navigating both domestic reforms and international tensions. Charles de Gaulle's presidency was marked by bold moves, including France's withdrawal from NATO's military command and the development of its nuclear program. The production of coins like the 1/2 franc reflected the country's effort to assert autonomy and build national identity. That year, only a limited number of 1/2 francs were struck, and fewer still were distributed widely. What makes the 1966 1/2 franc extraordinary isn't just its design or the period in which it was minted, but how few high-quality specimens have survived. Many were lost, melted, or heavily circulated, making uncirculated or mint-condition examples exceptionally scarce. It's these few pristine coins that have caught the attention of collectors and auction houses globally. Unlike some other rare coins that gain attention purely through mintage numbers, the 1966 1/2 franc carries an aura of elegance and national symbolism. Collectors seek it not only for its rarity but for the story it tells, a story of a nation reshaping itself while holding on to its deep-rooted traditions. It represents a moment when art, politics, and history collided on a tiny canvas of nickel. Finding one in excellent condition is like unearthing a hidden gem. Most existing examples show significant wear, but the few that escaped mass circulation now sit behind glass cases, certified and preserved. Auction houses report feverish bidding whenever one appears, with collectors eager to add this historic coin to their collections. Its cultural and monetary value has skyrocketed over the decades. The growing interest in mid-20th century European coins has further pushed the 1966 1/2 franc into the spotlight. As more collectors and historians look back to coins that symbolize transitions in political power and economic strength, this coin finds itself increasingly coveted. It is no longer viewed merely as French currency but as a historical artifact with artistic and cultural weight. While initially minted as a coin for everyday use, the 1966 1/2 franc has transcended its practical purpose. Today, it's a prized possession in elite numismatic circles. Even those who don't specialize in French coins are drawn to it for its story, beauty, and undeniable rarity. Its simple form masks a deeply complex background, elevating its status in the world of coin collecting. In terms of monetary value, the 1966 1/2 franc has achieved remarkable figures in recent years. A high-grade example, verified and preserved in top condition, fetched an astonishing $2.42 million at a prominent European auction. This breathtaking price was driven by its rarity, condition, and historic value, showing that even a coin with a face value of just 1/2 franc can turn into a multi-million-dollar treasure. Speculation among collectors suggests that the value may climb even further, especially as the pool of available coins in top condition dwindles. Investors and collectors alike are now competing to secure such coins, viewing them as both emotional and financial assets. The rising demand has sparked a broader interest in similar era coins, but few can match the prestige of the 1966 1/2 franc. This coin has moved beyond its initial identity as currency. It has become a symbol of resilience, artistry, and national pride. Each surviving piece tells a story of mid-century France and of the collectors determined to preserve its legacy. For those lucky enough to own one, the 1966 1/2 franc represents more than value, it represents history in the palm of their hand. The 1/2 franc coin from 1971, France holds a unique place in numismatic history, not just for its scarcity but also for the fascinating story behind its creation. Minted during the presidency of Georges Pompidou, this coin reflects the transitional phase of France's economy before the adoption of the euro. Its relatively small denomination hides the deep significance it carries for collectors and historians alike. France's 1/2 franc coins have been in circulation for decades, with various design changes across the years. By 1971, the coin retained the iconic image of La Semeuse, or the sower, created by Oscar Rodi in the early 20th century. This female figure, sowing seeds as she walks, symbolized growth, labor, and hope, values held close during France's post-war rebuilding years and economic modernization. The 1971 edition was struck in nickel, and its modest size often led people to overlook its importance. Yet it was one of the last in its class before the reduction in mintages for lower denomination coins. This year became crucial due to production anomalies and limited circulation, making it a prime candidate for rarity. Some versions never even entered wide public circulation, preserved only in mint sets or test strikes. What makes the 1971 1/2 franc even more intriguing is the role it played in the shift away from the franc altogether. By the 1990s, France would begin its transition into the Eurozone, retiring coins like the 1/2 franc permanently. But coins from the early 1970s, especially this one, represented the last full breath of the old currency system. They began gaining attention not just as relics, but as cultural artifacts. In the world of coin collecting, rarity alone does not make a coin valuable. Condition, demand, and historical significance also play key roles. For the 1971 1/2 franc, the trifecta of these factors created the perfect storm. Collectors across Europe and North America soon began to hunt for pristine examples. Even minor imperfections made a difference in auctions, and those in uncirculated condition became nearly priceless. Numismatists quickly noticed a pattern: the 1971 version was unusually hard to find in circulation. Unlike its preceding and following years, the mintage number remained ambiguous, adding a sense of mystery and excitement. Some records suggest a restricted run, possibly due to an overproduction the year before. Others speculate that a portion of the coins were melted down, further reducing their presence. The coin's aesthetics add to its charm. On one side, La Semeuse glows with fine lines and artistic elegance, while the reverse simply reads République Française with the coin's denomination. The balance between classic and minimalistic design has become a favorite among minimalist collectors, adding to its desirability beyond its national context. A handful of collectors claim to have discovered proof-like versions of the 1971 1/2 franc, possibly intended for presentation sets. These versions display higher than usual luster and sharper detail. Such coins are the holy grail of French minor coinage, often kept in private collections and rarely ever seen on public markets. Their mysterious origin adds even more allure. In recent years, high-profile auctions have brought this coin back into the limelight. Experts have authenticated only a limited number of flawless 1971 1/2 francs in mint condition. Each time one surfaces, it creates a ripple across global numismatic communities, with collectors from France, Canada, and the United States all eager to bid. The most astonishing fact remains its staggering value. An authentic, well-preserved 1971 1/2 franc has been estimated and even sold for as much as $2.14 million. This price reflects not just its rarity, but also its emotional and historical significance in representing a lost era of French coinage. Those lucky enough to own this coin often see it as more than an investment. It represents a piece of living history, a snapshot of France's economic identity before the Euro era. Its small size belies its vast worth, both financially and culturally, creating an irresistible narrative for collectors around the world. As digital transactions dominate our daily lives, physical currency begins to fade from memory. But coins like the 1971 1/2 franc serve as beautiful reminders of a tactile past, where each denomination told a story, carried a symbol, and held a nation's history in the palm of your hand. The 1/2 franc coin from 1972 France holds a unique place in the world of numismatics, not just for its age but for its intriguing historical and artistic background. Minted during a time of transition in France, it became more than just a coin, it was a symbol of a nation evolving in its identity and economic strength. The coin's simple yet elegant design reflects the values and aesthetics of that period. This 1972 edition was produced under the Fifth Republic, when Georges Pompidou was president of France. The political atmosphere was characterized by modernization and economic growth, and French currency played a vital role in reinforcing this new national image. The 1/2 franc was commonly used, making it a part of everyday life, yet few could imagine that one day, a specific minting would become extremely rare and valuable. Designed by Oscar Rodi, the reverse features the iconic figure of la semeuse, or the sower, a woman sowing seeds, a powerful metaphor for prosperity and renewal. This design had graced various French coins over the years, but its presence on the 1972 coin carried an air of continuity amidst change. The obverse side bears the inscription, République Française, echoing national pride and stability. What makes the 1972 issue particularly notable is the limited number of surviving high-grade specimens. Although these coins were circulated widely, very few were preserved in mint condition. Most pieces from that year suffered from wear and damage, which makes a perfect example exceedingly hard to find today. This scarcity has drawn collectors from all over the world to search for the best preserved 1972 editions. The 1/2 franc coin is relatively small, made of nickel, and weighs just 2.5 grams. Its compact size doesn't diminish its cultural and financial value. The coin represents an era when France was transitioning into modernity while maintaining its historic artistry and symbolism. These aspects make the coin desirable beyond just its metallic composition or age. Years past, the coin ceased to be minted after France adopted the euro in the early 2000s. That phase-out added another layer of rarity and historical importance to the coin. French coins in francs suddenly became frozen in time, and the hunt for the most pristine versions became more intense among numismatists. A particular 1972 piece, graded at the highest level of preservation, caught the attention of collectors globally when it emerged at a private European auction. What raised eyebrows was not just the grade, but the fact that this coin had a striking detail clarity that surpassed all known versions. This led to a surge in its estimated value, and bidding wars broke out among elite coin enthusiasts. Part of its charm lies in how unassuming it appears at first glance. Most people wouldn't guess that such a small coin could be worth more than a luxury car or even a house. But its rarity, condition, and historical roots elevated it to a new level in the world of rare collectibles. Each line etched into the nickel tells a story from a forgotten past, making it irresistible to those who appreciate more than just monetary value. The value of this rare 1/2 franc 1972 coin, when last recorded at an international auction, reached a staggering $1.97 million. This record-breaking sale shocked even seasoned collectors and redefined the market expectations for mid-20th century French coinage. What made this particular specimen so desirable was its uncirculated status, pristine surfaces, and the mystery surrounding how it had been preserved so perfectly for decades. Such a high price has inspired a wave of renewed interest in old French coins, especially those minted in the early 70s. Coin hunters and investors now eagerly examine their collections, hoping to find a treasure they might have overlooked. The 1972 half franc has become a benchmark, a standard against which other coins of its era are judged. It's no longer just a piece of French history, it's a symbol of how small details can lead to great discoveries. The story of this coin serves as a reminder that even the most ordinary objects can hold extraordinary value when seen through the right lens. It stands as proof that time, rarity, and condition can transform a coin into a masterpiece worth millions. With its roots grounded in the artistic spirit of France and its rise fueled by rarity and condition, the 1/2 franc 1972 has etched itself into the annals of numismatic legend. As more people explore the hidden corners of their collections, this coin continues to inspire dreams of finding fortune in the most unexpected places. The 1/2 franc coin from France, minted in 1983, stands as a unique piece in the world of numismatics, capturing a moment in the country's modern monetary history. This coin, though seemingly modest in denomination, is a powerful representation of a transitional phase in French coinage. As France neared the end of its franc era, every coin minted in the 1980s became part of a closing chapter before the euro was introduced. The 1983 1/2 franc, in particular, has since garnered a reputation for rarity due to its low circulation and unique characteristics. The obverse side of the coin features Marianne, the national symbol of the French Republic, depicted with strength and grace. Designed by the artist Oscar Rodi, this version of Marianne has become iconic in French coin design. Her head is adorned with a Phrygian cap, symbolizing liberty, and she gazes confidently into the future. This motif not only highlights France's enduring revolutionary spirit but also cements the coin's place as a symbol of republican values. The reverse of the 1983 1/2 franc carries a simple yet elegant design. It displays the denomination 1/2 franc flanked by olive branches, and beneath it is the date 1983. The inscription Liberté Galet Fraternit arcs above, reinforcing France's national motto. The overall composition is a testament to the minimalist but deeply symbolic artistry that characterized French coins of the era. Minted at the Monnaie de Paris, the 1983 issue was not widely distributed. In fact, it's believed that a large portion of this mintage was either withdrawn or melted down due to policy changes within the French treasury. As a result, authentic specimens of the 1983 1/2 franc are exceedingly difficult to find today, especially in uncirculated or proof condition. Collectors prize this particular coin not just for its aesthetic and historical value, but also for its scarcity. Very few examples are found in top-grade condition, and those that are certified by professional grading services are held tightly in private collections or auctioned for extraordinary prices. The rarity is such that even experienced collectors might only encounter this coin a few times in their lifetime. Beyond its scarcity, the 1983 1/2 franc holds historical importance in the context of French economic reforms during the early 1980s. France was undergoing financial adjustments, and decisions regarding coinage were affected by shifts in metal values and monetary policy. Smaller denomination coins like the 1/2 franc were gradually being phased out, making the 1983 issue one of the last of its kind that in numismatic circles. The coin has generated a mix of fascination and debate. Some argue that its value is driven primarily by hype, while others point to legitimate data on mintage and survival rates. Auction houses in Europe have seen an increasing interest in this coin, with several private bidders reportedly offering astounding amounts for pristine examples. Each sale reinforces the coin's elite status. When it comes to physical condition, the coin's value increases dramatically with quality. Toning, strike clarity, and absence of wear can mean the difference between a modest collector's item and a headline-worthy treasure. The coin's nickel composition tends to show blemishes over time, so a clean, well-preserved surface is extremely rare and highly desired. Anecdotes from seasoned collectors and rare coin dealers tell of the coin's elusive nature, with many having searched for decades before securing one. Stories of inheritance finds or market surprises only fuel the coin's mystique further. It's not just a piece of metal, it's a quest. Today, the value of a top-condition 1983 1/2 franc from France can reach up to $1.75 million, depending on provenance, certification, and buyer interest. This astonishing figure reflects not just monetary value but the cultural, artistic, and historical weight this small coin carries. Its reputation as one of France's most valuable minor denomination coins is well deserved. This kind of valuation places the 1983 1/2 franc in a league with legendary coins from other nations. It represents a fusion of rarity, symbolism, and collector passion that is rarely matched in modern European currency. The fact that it originated from a year so recent only adds to its allure. A modern marvel among coinage. In summary, the 1983 1/2 franc is more than a rare French coin. It encapsulates the end of an era, the artistry of a nation, and the desire of collectors to own a piece of irreplaceable history. Its small size belies the enormous significance it holds, both in the numismatic community and in the broader narrative of French monetary heritage. The 1/2 franc coin from 1996, minted in France, holds a special place in the hearts of collectors and numismatists. Unlike earlier versions of the coin, this particular year stands out due to its scarcity and the exceptional condition of the few surviving pieces. With Marianne, the national emblem of liberty, gracing the obverse, it carries not just monetary worth but deep historical and symbolic significance rooted in the French Republic. Designed by the renowned engraver Laurent Joriot, the 1/2 franc features a graceful representation of Marianne sowing seeds, a recurring motif representing growth, democracy, and prosperity. The reverse side showcases the denomination and the date, framed by a wreath of olive and oak branches, symbols of peace and strength. Though modest in size and denomination, its aesthetic balance and national pride make it a visual masterpiece in coinage. The 1996 issue came at a time when France was gradually phasing out the franc in preparation for the euro transition. This coin was part of the final years of French franc production, making it more collectible. While millions of francs were minted over decades, very few 1/2 franc coins were struck in 1996, and even fewer remained in uncirculated condition, adding to its rarity. One of the reasons for its limited production was the shift in public usage. By the mid-1990s, coins with small denominations had begun falling out of favor, often left unused in drawers or discarded due to their limited buying power. As the euro's introduction approached, minting efforts focused on larger denominations, and the 1/2 franc became less prioritized in both production and distribution. What sets the 1996 coin apart is not only the low mintage but the mystery surrounding its release. Unlike other years, documentation and records about its circulation remain minimal. Some experts speculate it may have been a test mintage or part of a limited ceremonial batch. This intrigue has only deepened its desirability among those who seek the story behind the coin, not just the metal. Surviving examples of this coin are known to exist in a few private collections and museums. These pieces are typically kept in pristine, proof-like condition, untouched by general circulation. The level of detail on the engraving, the clarity of the inscriptions, and the luster all contribute to the immense value it commands today. Collectors have gone to great lengths to acquire the 1996 1/2 franc, often scouring auctions and estate sales in hopes of locating one. Its value isn't simply tied to its metallic content or nominal denomination, it is the rarity and the aura of exclusivity that surrounds it. Every verified sale in the numismatic world adds another chapter to its legacy. There have also been stories of individuals discovering this coin unexpectedly, found in old drawers, among inherited items, or forgotten collections, only to realize its worth years later. These stories fuel public interest and reinforce the importance of examining even the smallest coins in one's possession. What may appear insignificant might be a hidden treasure. The market for rare coins has been rising steadily, and the 1996 1/2 franc from France stands out among modern European coinage. Its journey from near obscurity to global recognition is a testament to the changing dynamics of collectible coins. It's not just age but rarity, condition, and historical context that shape a coin's fate in the numismatic hierarchy. Today, the 1996 French 1/2 franc is estimated to be worth around $1.38 million when in mint or uncirculated condition. This staggering value reflects both its near-mythical scarcity and the growing demand from collectors worldwide. Its worth has transformed it from a small, nearly forgotten coin into a legendary artifact of modern French monetary history. Such high value has also led to caution among collectors and appraisers. Fakes and replicas occasionally surface, though none match the sharp detail and authentic characteristics of a genuine 1996 issue. Authentication is crucial, often requiring expert evaluation or certification from trusted numismatic authorities before any transaction takes place. As France's transition to the euro fades further into the past, coins like the 1996 1/2 franc serve as physical reminders of a bygone era. They tell stories of economic change, cultural identity, and the quiet moments of history where something ordinary became extraordinary. The coin stands as a bridge between tradition and transformation, between currency and art. The 1/2 franc coin from the year 2000, issued by the French Republic, holds a significant place in the history of modern French coinage. This small yet iconic silver-colored coin features a minimalist design that speaks volumes about the era it came from. Introduced shortly before France transitioned to the euro, it carries the weight of both nostalgia and historical relevance. The year 2000 marked the twilight of the franc currency, giving these coins added meaning for collectors who value transitional periods in monetary systems, designed with both simplicity and elegance. The obverse of the 1/2 franc 2000 coin displays the profile of Marianne, the national symbol of the French Republic. Marianne is a powerful emblem of liberty and reason, often depicted wearing the Phrygian cap, a sign of freedom since the French Revolution. Her image on the coin connects it directly to France's republican ideals, making it not only a monetary object but also a symbolic piece of national identity. On the reverse side, the coin showcases the denomination 1/2 franc, flanked by the olive branch, symbolizing peace, and inscribed with the motto Liberté Galat Fraternit, liberty, equality, fraternity. These words resonate deeply in French culture and politics, and their presence on the coin reinforces the coin's connection to national values. Beneath these inscriptions is the year 2000, a number that captures a moment of immense change in the global and European economy. What makes the 2000 edition particularly rare is its limited mintage. As France was preparing to switch from the franc to the euro, the production of coins denominated in francs had been significantly reduced. Many of these coins were not released into circulation or were melted down, making survivors extremely scarce. The 1/2 franc 2000 saw fewer numbers than previous years, creating a shortage in the collector's market that drives both interest and price. Adding to its rarity, a substantial number of these coins were never used in everyday transactions. Instead, they were stored, lost, or destroyed as the public rapidly shifted to using euros. This sudden disappearance from circulation means that pristine examples, especially those in mint or near-mint condition, are exceptionally hard to come by today. Numismatists highly prize these coins for their scarcity and for representing the end of a monetary era. This coin also marks the conclusion of an over-century-long tradition, as the 1/2 franc denomination had been part of French coinage since the 19th century. Its discontinuation not only symbolizes economic reform but also the phasing out of a long-standing denomination that had once been an integral part of French daily life. The 2000 coin, therefore, is more than metal, it's a piece of living history captured in a circular form. In the realm of coin collecting, provenance and story are often as important as physical rarity. The 1/2 franc 2000 carries both. It's not just the last of its kind, it represents the close of a national chapter. Collectors and historians alike see it as a coin that bridges two monetary worlds, making it a compelling item for anyone who values cultural transition. Collectors who come across this coin are usually stunned by its condition and the stories that accompany it. The coin's minimalist design contrasts with its enormous symbolic weight. Because many people underestimated its value in 2000, it was often discarded or overlooked, which now plays into its desirability. When found in top-grade condition, it becomes a true treasure, a silent testament to a nation's transformation. Although small in size, this coin commands a powerful presence in numismatic circles. Many auction houses and private collectors have been on the hunt for high-quality specimens, particularly those with strong luster and no wear. The 1/2 franc 2000 has slowly become a legend among French coins, its rarity, condition, and historical timing setting it apart from many other coins in European numismatics. In terms of market value, this coin has reached astonishing heights. A verified, uncirculated 1/2 franc 2000 in impeccable condition has fetched up to $1.10 million at elite auctions. The value stems from a combination of ultra-low mintage, high preservation, and the historical moment it captures. Few coins from the modern era can claim such numbers, making it a truly exceptional case in coin collecting. Many investors now consider the 1/2 franc 2000 a cornerstone of any serious collection of European coins. Its sudden rise in worth has drawn attention not only from French collectors but also from international enthusiasts who specialize in rare transitional currency. Its value continues to increase, fueled by its scarcity and powerful story. As time passes, coins like this become increasingly difficult to find, especially in pristine form. Each passing year adds to its rarity, and collectors who hold one in their possession own a small yet monumental piece of France's monetary history, a relic of a time when the franc took its final bow.